What is up, legends? Welcome back to the Grateful Club podcast, where we shine light on our amazing community, which is the Grateful Club, and talk about a topic that either myself or the community wants me to talk about. Now, if you're unaware of what the Grateful Club is, it is a free accountability group where every day you post 3 things that you're grateful for. It's an amazing, supportive community full of positive vibes, and honestly, I love jumping in it every single day and seeing all those gratefuls and everyone supporting each other. And it's awesome to see the community growing. Now, this week we had 190 gratitudes, a bit of a slower week in terms of gratitudes. I personally put my hand up. I took 3 or 4 days off. I just was not on social media, focusing on some personal stuff. But I'm back, I'm ready to rip in. But yeah, we had 190 gratitudes. But we expanded to our second group, which is so cool to think that I started this back in March when I was dying from COVID. I was like, you know what, I'm going to start this group. And now we've expanded to our second group. We have like nearly 36 members. And this week we added 6 new members. So welcome to everyone. Super grateful for you. But you know the go with these podcasts. Every week I love to go through the chats, pick out some gratitudes and read them out on this podcast because, yeah, it gets everyone involved and just really creates that community vibe. So let's jump in. And the first grateful for this week is Megan. She says, I'm grateful for having a good cry as I've been so stressed with study and family, support from my boyfriend, learning more and more new things every day. I think it's so important to cry, especially males. Like, yes, we can cry. Let it out. Just if you're stressed, if you're anxious, it's all good. Let your feelings out, embrace them, and then we can move on. So Megan, keep doing you. As I say, every week you are growing so much as a young lady, and I'm excited to follow your journey. Next we have Abby, having things to look forward to, new bed sheets and pillow. Oh my God, I just got new bed sheets and pillows like a month ago, and it's like the best feeling ever. And self-care moments, saying no and sometimes fuck you, incense, movies in bed, and cuddles with my nieces and dogs. I think that's a very important thing that you bring up, Abby, around saying no. A lot of the times we get stuck in saying yes to every little thing because we feel obligated that we have to, at the sake of our own self-care, at the sake of our own goals. And I think it's very important to learn when to say no, because if not, you're gonna be stressed out because you're trying to do everything for everyone else and not looking after yourself. So if you get something out of this podcast, it is learn to say no. It's not selfish. You have to put yourself first, so then you can turn up as your best self for everyone else. So learn to say no. Next, we have Libby. I'm grateful for watching the sunset, spending quality time, connecting with a guy who I feel I finally click with, and creating a flow within my life and filling up my cup with good energy. Yes, Libby, I love that for you. Laura, the 2 minutes of sunshine today after not seeing it for a week. Oh, I know. We had a few good days here in New South Wales too, and then the rain decided to come back. So it's all dark and gloomy and yucky outside, which is awesome. Not. The amazing food I had while catching up with my friends, and some much needed alone time tonight after a huge week. Alone time is so good. I love it. Especially when you have kids. It's like, yes, I need that alone time. Emma, I'm grateful that our house will soon be built. I'm grateful that I had some alone time this afternoon to catch my thoughts and reassure myself of the challenges ahead. God, it's 6:30 in the morning. I cannot speak. 3, I'm grateful that I have an exercise plan and food plan moving into this week to help me stay motivated and on task. Keep smashing it, Emma. And yes, congrats on the house getting built or nearly built. Demi, keeping my cool when my in-laws disrespect me and approaching it from a place of love. Oh my God, Demi. I'm going to be speaking a bit about this on a podcast coming up, but I think it's so important to, if someone's disrespecting you or being rude or any of that, it's always coming from a place, like you have to come from a place of love and empathy. Because the saying goes, if anger knocked on the door and love answered, anger wasn't there anymore. But if anger knocks on the door and anger answers, well then what's that build? That just builds a bigger and bigger fire. So yes, I love that you took that situation and you handled it from a place of love and empathy. So that just shows the person you are and the personal growth and development that you've been through. 2, sunny day today. And 3, doing a manifestation, meditation, envisioning my future self. Love that. Ryan, I've been a bit off for a day or 2, but 3 things I'm grateful for is feeling better today after my migraine yesterday, having fish and chips for dinner, having a roof over my head from the wind and rain here in Tassie. Oh yeah, I bet the weather is yuck down there. I went there. When did I go there? I went there like when I was younger, and it was just so cold and snowy and yuck. And I was like, oh, what a place to live. It's beautiful, but it's so cold. Zoe, she's one of our newer members, which is awesome to see. Being able to make time to study, being able to be a part of a community which is slowly prioritizing environmental change, and finally the beautiful sunny sky today. Then we got Tomo. Grateful for being back at work, that it's not 50 degrees. Oh my God, I would hate that. And the uncomfortable zone that brings growth. Yes, brother. The way we grow, the way we learn and develop and truly become our true selves is by leaving that comfort zone. There's no growth within that comfort zone. So get out there and keep doing you, bro. And Amog, today I'm grateful to be able to connect with new people and learn something new. Grateful to have a place close to home where I can watch the sunset and go for walks. Man, this guy has the best sunsets. I say it every single week. He's up in Darwin and the sunsets are absolutely drop dead gorgeous up there. And his third grateful is for the people who love, support and share my work. And Kerry, catching up with amazing people tonight at a breathwork and cacao healing session. A conversation with a friend about the energy healing things that have been happening with me recently, and cuddles on the sofa with my dear doggo before I go back to work. Ilana, this is the last one. So Ilana, celebrating my birthday with so many people that love and support me, hitting my 400th visit at the gym, which is a massive deal for me because the gym is one of the only things in my life that I do just for me. And the third one is the generosity of people with gifts, giving up time to call or message to let me know they care. Alana, that is awesome. 400th gym session. That is crazy. And that just moves into today's topic of investing in yourself. Now, a lot of the things that I mentioned in the gratefuls of, doing meditation, taking time, like alone time to focus on you, going to the gym, like all these little things, that is personal development. That is investing in yourself to become the best version of yourself. And I mentioned that I took a few days off from the Grateful Club this week, or off from social media as well. And that's because I went to a personal development event myself. And it helped so much. It brought out so much stuff that was in my subconscious that I know I needed to get out, and I know that I need to work on now, which is awesome. But don't get me wrong, I'll be talking about this in like a specific podcast around this, but I was so anxious going into it, but also so excited. And the thing I love about personal development, especially in-person events, like this was my first in-person event since before COVID. So the beginning of 2020 was my last event. I was like, whoa, I'm in a room with people I get to actually connect in person. And the group of people are absolutely amazing. I follow a bunch of them on Instagram now. We've been chatting, and it's just like, this is hectic. But what came up for me was a lot of stuff around my relationship with my father. And that's scary because I've never had the best relationship with him. And I kind of just bottle all that stuff up, but it came up. And I was like, okay, this is something that I need to work through so I'm able to be my true self and live life on my terms. And this week's actually been such a great week with my dad. Like, we had a conversation. I gave him a big hug and said, good night, I love you. Like, we've been talking. It's just been like civil. But none of that would not have happened if I didn't go to this event, if that stuff didn't arise for me in that event. So everyone get to a personal development event. It really allows you to self-reflect and identify areas of your life that you need to improve on. And so many of us have limiting beliefs, traumas, all this kind of stuff that we need to really work on. If not, we won't be able to be our true selves. We're going to have up all that negative pent-up energy within our body. We need to get that out. We really need to get that out. And you learn new skills and tools that we can implement on day-to-day life to improve our state of mind, level up in business. Our belief systems around money is really important. Working on being successful, find our identity, our purpose, our passion. Like all these things arise when you put yourself out there and you do personal development. And it doesn't always have to be an in-person event. It can be podcasts like you're listening to now, like the Grateful Club. That, to me, that's a form of personal development, because that is improving your state of mind. Every day you're thinking of 3 things or even more that you're grateful for. And that puts you in such a positive state of mind. So then when you're doing other things, it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm ready. I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to improve. So Grateful Club's one, podcast one, books. There's so many different avenues of personal development out there. And everyone needs to start doing it. Like for me, like I'm not bloating or anything, but I spent close to 20K on personal development. A big chunk of that is on this year, because I believe that it's so important, especially if I want to get to the level that I want to get to. You need to invest in yourself. It's the number one investment. I could easily buy a car or save and put a deposit for a house, which, yes, they're future goals. But for me, it's all about, I need to invest in this myself. I need to make the most of this opportunity to grow this podcast, to grow this brand and take it to the next level. And it's not always about the money. Investments, yes, can be money, but it can also be energy, love, effort, and time. All these things you can invest into yourself. And you're probably sitting here right now and thinking like, oh, Nick, you're crazy. Like you've invested nearly 20K in personal development. Like, what? Really? That's crazy. But the thing is, when you have massive goals, and I feel like I've been put on this earth to really make a change, to help people, to give back, and I'm committed to this vision. I'm really committed, all my 100%, like 24/7, every single day. All this stuff, the podcast, the brand, the Grateful Club, all you guys are on the forefront of my mind. It's like, okay, how can I take this to the next level? How can I improve this area? Like, I want to grow. I want to become the best version of myself. And for me to do that, I need to work on myself. So personal development is so good. And like maybe you have big goals too, and maybe you want to be a professional in your sport or grow your business or become a better parent and have an impact in your community. And my question to you is, what is the cost of not investing your time, your money, your energy into your goals, into your dreams? What is the cost if you don't go all in? Think about that. Because I could spend all my money on material things. I could buy clothes, jewelry, whatever the case may be. I could piss it up against the wall at the pub on alcohol and pokies. But all these things I just mentioned, like, they're just short-term satisfactions. And a lot of the times when people do that, it's to mask their pain that they're going through. They're not fulfilled in their life. They don't have a sense of direction or identity or purpose. They have no self-worth, no self-confidence. And for me, I'm on this journey to greatness, really. Like, I really believe that I'm having such an impact in this world, and I haven't even started yet. But ultimately, my goal is to be internally fulfilled, knowing that I've chased my goals, that I've lived my life on my terms and done the best that I could. So when my time is up on this earth and I look back on my life, I know that I did everything possible. I didn't leave any rock, any stone unturned. And I helped so many people become the best versions of themselves. So invest in yourself. And I'm going to say this question again. What is the cost of not investing in yourself? Not investing the time, the money, the energy into your goals, into your dreams? What is the cost if you don't go all in? I'm going to leave that with you. Think about it. Just sit with it. Because it's something that we really need to consider, especially if you're in a point in your life where you're not particularly happy, you don't enjoy your life, you don't enjoy the environment that you're in. Okay, so what are you doing to get out of that, to improve your situation? Are you investing in yourself or are you not? And if you're not, okay, this is a time for you to start. And as I said, books, podcasts, like it doesn't have to be going to events and spending money. Start small, invest, learn, grow, and continue to evolve and get better. That's what life's about. Overcome those obstacles, get knocked down, pick yourself up, learn and grow. Thank you guys for listening. I think today's really been a real personal one. Yes, we're talking about personal development, but a real personal episode because I'm like right now, it's like fuck. I truly believe that the number one investment is in ourselves. Money is just a vehicle that's going to get us to our destination. But by investing in yourself, by learning tips, tools, tactics, to grow your business, to become a better version of yourself, what does that give you? That gives you more time. More time to spend with your family, your friends, more time to go to the beach, to exercise, all these things. Do it. That's all I can say. Do it. I hope you got value out of today's episode. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, jump onto Spotify, click the rating button, give me a 5-star rating. Grateful. Click the share button. You can share it straight to your Instagram stories, share it to a friend or family that you believe that's gonna to gain much value from this. And if you want to be a part of the Grateful Club, if you're not already a part of the Grateful Club, or you think you have a friend that will benefit greatly from being a part of this community, send me a message. Jump on the Better Project Instagram page, send me a message, and I'll add you in. I'll add your friend in because my goal is to get 100 people in the Grateful Club by the end of the year. And I reckon we can do that. But it takes a community to do that. And I love every single one of you guys. We're growing this community and I'm super pumped. Oh, let's go. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully the sun is out where you are. We get some beautiful weather. Spend some quality time with yourself, with your friends and family, and do some personal development. Read 10 pages, listen to a podcast, just do something to improve your state of mind and to learn something. Cheers, guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's go.